We know there are many choices in internet radio, and the staff and host of LA Talk Live would like to thank you for choosing the internet's hottest destination for the most eclectic sound and invigorating talk. This is LA Talk Live. We are more than just talk.
Hey. Aspirants.com, Talk Live Radio, Man Talk Edition. I'm Ro Williams.
Hey, I am Trisha Mann-Grant. Happy Sunday, everybody.
What's up? Beautiful?
All right. What's up, gorgeous? It's good to see you guys. We have got someone so special in the studio today,
person?
And he's about to sing for you right now, so don't you walk away. He is going to perform. His name is Tony Grant.
Yeah.
And he is about to give it to us right now.
4, 3, 2, 1.
I don't know about tomorrow, but I know about today. I just hope that tomorrow it's better than yesterday. I prayed about tomorrow like I prayed about today. And I pray that tomorrow is gonna be better than yesterday. Yesterday. Ooh, tomorrow's gonna be better than yesterday. Yesterday. Tomorrow it's gonna be better than yesterday. Ooh, the children of tomorrow are the future of today. They're the next generation. It's gotta be better than yesterday. The world I see tomorrow is not the world I see today. For the world I see tomorrow is totally better than yesterday. Yesterday. Ooh, tomorrow's gotta be better than yesterday. Yesterday. Tomorrow it's gonna be better than yesterday. Now there's only one thing for certain in this life. Everything will change. Nothing remains the same. Now if you open up your heart and change your mind, take a little time, put the past behind. Oh, yesterday. Tomorrow's gonna be better than yesterday. Yesterday. Oh, yesterday. Oh, tomorrow it's gonna be better than yesterday.
Ladies Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Tony Grant.
Yes.
Oh, my goodness.
God. You know, he called it too. I was like, wife is the DJ. He was like, that's all right. I told her, I said, that's your ride home. You better not mess up. He was like, that's okay, baby. I'll still sing a cappella. You know, that's
he'll sing a cappella.
That
you know
is
what?
love,
And that
honey.
was coming from the phone, so
That
the
is
phone went
love.
out. But
That
it's
is
okay.
love.
My baby's so professional.
Oh
He'll
my
still
God.
do.
He
You come on
rolled
over
with
here
the
and join
punches.
us.
He rode with the punches.
Definitely roll with the punches. And that song is going to be one of the featured or the theme song for the Cancer Society from the chapter in Charlotte, North Carolina, and they'll be using that song so much. You better go, Tony Grant.
Isn't that amazing?
I'm so proud to
just
be
to
your
have
wife.
them
You're
to write a song to encourage them, you know,
Yes.
as they're going
It was
through.
an amazing blessing for me that they picked that song. It was a song that I wrote when I was doing a play called My Brother Marvin to kind of contribute to, you know, like the song What's Going On that Marvin did. That was such a historic theme song for the world. So when they asked me to write a song, I went in my room and I went and I prayed and I was like, God, I need a song that speaks to the world. And he gave me those lyrics to Yesterday. And it just so happened that the people from the Cancer Society in North Carolina, they heard the song and they were like, oh my God, we need the song. We want the song. And I said, well, you can't have the song without me. So they took the song and myself, and they're planning some big things for it. So I'm really excited about it.
Mm-hmm. And you've already done some events. And
I have. I did this event called The Laugh for the Cure that was huge. They raised over $500,000 in one night, and was a couple of comedians there, and I was the only vocalist. That was fantastic. Then I have another event in October coming up for them that's going to be about 30,000 people in attendance when I'll be singing the song Yesterday again there with that. So this is just really, really an amazing opportunity for me. God is so good to me.
wonderful. All right, well, listen, guys, we're going to take a quick break.
We
Come
were
back.
supposed to do that in the transition. So
That's
kudos to
right.
our engineer who makes the adjustments,
He
even
sure did.
even when brain farts happen on this side of the table. So we love you. Thank you so much. When we come back, we were going to sit down and talk more with the Grants, Mr. Grant, and talk about Man Talk and Miss Trisha Grant and what they've been up to. And also, we just got to give some shout out love to our guest last week, Travis Lloyd. Got a picture of him, the author. Oh my God, he was just so amazing. He came
you,
here
Travis.
and he represented, and we just thank you
missed
so
him,
much.
but
Yeah,
thank
you
you
did. He
for
was a
coming,
motivational
Travis.
speaker.
We gotta have him back.
Yeah, we definitely
Yeah,
do. So
and I'll be here for that.
we'll be right back with
Okay.
more entertainment and music edition, the Man Talk edition, right
Tony
here.
Grant, y'all.
LATalkLive.com,
Right.
y'all.
And Trisha
Business owners, playwriters, and pastors' heads. Many gifts to encourage the body. Consider this an invitation. Come and kick it and party. We're evolving the way we deliver the gospel. Same message, different method, redefined apostles. And through Christ, we're empowered to shine. Everybody's VIP, ain't no way in the line. GospelRhythms.com. We make the word jam. The beat to which we live. We about to take the land. Let them know about Jesus, the anointed one. Gave us power and authority to get it done. He opens doors, so you don't gotta kick them down. I wrote this to remind you, so stick around. For heaven party here on earth. Praise God.
Hi, this is Marsha Waiteka, inviting you to join me every Monday at 1 p.m. for Born to Talk, where conversation plus connections equal community. Be sure to tune in to Born to Talk with Marsha Waiteka, Mondays at 1 p.m. Pacific, exclusively on LATalkLive.com. You can also listen live at iTunes Radio R&B, TuneIn Radio, Radio Flag, Live 365, or AHA Radio. This is Reality Radio, handcrafted for your listening and viewing pleasure. We are LA Talk Live, and we are born to talk.
Divine destiny has brought you and me together. The love we have was meant to last forever. Nothing in this world will ever keep us apart. It's our destiny to beat as one heart. I'll always love you, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh,
welcome back to GospelRhythms.com live. Music edition, entertainment edition, God, Lord help me through edition. Man Talk with Trisha Mann-Grant, Tony Grant. Oh my God, like for real. I'm so glad last week's guest, Travis Lloyd, motivator, influence teacher, on the back of his card, he just said, I help people. His book, Overcoming Emotional Trauma, I needed it for last week, for this week, and oh my God, just to get through this show, all the love. I assume you wrote that song for somebody very special to you.
I did, yes.
Who might that be?
Well, that
the
would
Cowboys?
be my beautiful. Well, yeah. Wait now. We are winners for the Cowboys. But
Oh, she just strikes.
I didn't mean to strike you. I meant to strike that. Maybe that was a Freudian slip.
I need a lawyer right now.
no, I wrote that song for my amazing, beautiful wife.
Who's that?
Trisha Mann-Grant. Yes, that's her.
I know. I'm just saying. It's just, it just warms my heart. And wait,
so
I think I need a burp button.
Oh, whatever. He was
Kidding.
just loving it.
No, I really was. I mean, that's like a kick to Mia and what's that boy's name? Eric Benet's song. That's a wedding song right
Exactly.
there.
That's what
Oh
it
my
is.
goodness.
It's so beautiful. It literally brings tears to my eyes. I'm serious. Every single time I hear it. It's so beautiful.
Man, and if we weren't on live and we didn't want to cry our lashes off,
I know,
probably vanity keeps our tears in our head right now.
Yeah, mine
but
was
seriously,
flip-flopping the other day.
I'm just saying, like, man, that's amazing.
That song inspires me. It does. It inspires me for not only me and my wife. It inspires me for others. There's hope. There's definitely
Yeah, I
hope.
just gotta sit and take it in a minute. I'm on my
You
own
take it
time
in.
out.
There's love. God got you. God got all of us. You know, it took me 40 some years to get my wife. So you know, I'm good. I'm good. You know, somebody said something to me. Actually, they didn't say it to me. I was listening to a friend of mine, John Gray, talking about a sermon, talking about Jesus. He said Jesus was King and Lord of Lords when he was an infant. Jesus was King of Kings and Lord of Lords when he was 12 years old. Jesus was King and King, Lord of Lords when he was 15. He was King of Kings and Lord of Lords when he was 19. Also then when he was 30. Guess how old he was when God acknowledged him to the public?
33.
He was 30 when God
30.
acknowledged him to the public. So if Jesus had to wait, who are we? I
Wow,
said,
that's
yourself,
that
man?
you just said
You
a
just said
word.
something right
Hold
there.
on, yeah, wait, give me some. Yeah, you done said a word right
Ooh-wee.
there.
So,
Wow.
that was
But
deep.
you know what? I love the fact too that Jesus walked in the knowledge of who he was.
That's
He knew
right.
who he was.
Uh-huh.
He was like, I know who I am in Christ. If God never outwardly acknowledged you by saying anything in your ear, just the nature around you and knowing how you fit in the scheme of the world, like.
But you know what's beautiful is God does acknowledge you. He acknowledges you through his Holy Spirit.
Yeah, he does.
Once it's inside of you, it can't help but shine on the outward side of you. And the thing that we have to deal with is we look for this great big light to come down from heaven, and we wait for this big drop to drop in our laps, and that's not how it works. God is subtle and sweet, and he moves on you so
quiet.
gentle. And when he moves on you, people see your spirit, and when they see your spirit, and then you get a piece of who you are, they start wondering. You walk away, they going, wow, man, that she was really amazing. She really stuck with me. And they start remembering. And then they start wondering, okay, what was it? What was it? What was it? And then God always reveals himself, whether it be through his word. It could be through a little animal. Our animals make us smile. We got 2 little pets. They make us smile. We can have on a gloomy
They make
day.
us laugh.
I look down at my dog and I'm
a little
like,
scraggly one.
Hey, only we can talk about them. all right?
Skeletor. He be greeting at you at the door talking about,
They are
they ain't
scraggly.
fit you. He lying through his looks. Meanwhile, he just made that way. You know what I'm saying?
They are special little creatures.
special, beautiful
Man, well, you know
creatures.
what,
They make us
Trisha?
smile.
This is the Man
Yes.
Talk edition, but people might not know exactly. Like, give them for those who haven't seen, your any lace editions in a while. Like, what is Man Talk with Trisha Mann-Grant?
In 2009, I went to a barbershop, and I remember getting in the midst of a conversation the guys were having about cheating. And so
Really?
I asked a question. Yeah, they were talking
Didn't
about
know
cheating.
that.
They're like, yeah, my granddad, he used to do this, and my uncle did that, and I was a little boy, and I watched them, and they had all the ladies on the side. My auntie was at home, and she had no idea. So I said, so do you guys think, and it just, I had an epiphany as I was listening to them. I said, do you guys think that because you were around that at such an early age, that is why you may have cheated in your relationships, or that, affected you? And all of a sudden, it's like everybody was just in this uproar. And it was Goose's barbershop out here for everybody in LA that knows about Goose. He's an awesome guy. And next thing you know, we're all just engaged in this conversation. And I was the only female in there.
I was going to say, what was you
talking to
doing
them.
there?
Right. I was hanging out with a friend. And so, and so I was the only, I was the only female.
I'm just
So
for the viewers.
I just
They want to
had
know.
this moment where I saw myself on a a platform talking to men about relationships, marriage, divorce, how they feel, what they think about us, our insecurities, situations,
The male perspective.
the male perspective of life, and even politics, sports, whatever.
Finance.
And I saw myself doing that. And so a few years later, my husband and I said, let's just do it. And I called up Tony Topaz and what's my man's name that directed it with us also? Sabina's husband, Rug Williams, and Sabina, and they all got together and helped. And Mo Forte got together and helped me with the sound, and all the people I know in the business that had cameras and equipment. And we started our first shoot, and were blessed to get a place in Beverly Hills at a small little mansion.
See, you never know when God's going to deposit the notion of a dream in your spirit. Like, who would ever knew hanging out that day at the barbershop? You just never know. So be open to hear God at any time, because you just never know.
Right.
So what do we talk about today?
Here to get in your eyes, sis. I got
Well, you know what's the amazing thing about that is men, and a lot of women don't know this. I'm going to go and give a little secret.
Okay. Do I need to write this down?
Men, a bar or a barbershop, that's the place where we get to talk. We get to open up. We won't open up at home. We won't open up, sitting on the corner of the bed talking to our wives. We'll sit, okay.
Why is that?
But go to it because we don't want to feel judged. Men don't judge each other. That's not what we do. We just
Really?
like, that's
We
you
don't
did that
judge
player.
y'all.
You did that player for what? Real? Well, let me tell you, and our story got to be better than their story. So it's a male
Yeah,
ego thing,
yeah, Lord.
And so when we go to the barbershop or we go to a bar, we'll sit there and we will talk over a ball game or whatever. We could take that ball game and turn it into a whole nother conversation. But if our girl is around, he'd be like, hold up, player, I wasn't in that. Nothing to do with that. That wasn't me, brother.
Scandalous.
But let me say thanks to Kevin Dunnigan too, because he's the one that actually said, Trish, you should call it Man Talk. And this is before we got married. And so Tony was cool with me keeping it Man Talk, because men, representing a man.
I mean, it makes
and
sense.
my last name, my maiden last name, Mann. So we just played off of that. And I loved the atmosphere at the barbershop. I even love it more than salons, because the salon sisters, I love y'all, women, not just sisters, but of all ethnicities. We get together at a salon and it's all gossip. With men, they just jump from one topic to the next. They will start talking about sports. They'll end up talking about music, go to relationships, marriage, separation, divorce, and religion. And I love the variety. And I've experienced that several times.
They could have been under the radar, though, because you were there,
No, honey.
You need to put on your man mustache
no.
and go in under the
Now, when I got together to direct a short play with Erin, who's on the show, the Gabrielle Union show. What's her TV show she does? Being Mary Jane. So Erin plays her best friend on there. Erin was there, and Kevin Dunnigan, a couple other guys, and we all did the short play, and we were all sitting around talking, and they said, Trish, you just have this amazing way of making us feel at home and feel like you one of the boys and we can talk. And I was like, wait a minute, hold on now.
Also,
no. It's just that he makes us feel comfortable and we can just open up. And that's what happened at Goose's Barbershop in 2009. Yeah. So we've done 6 episodes since then. And I'll be honest, I put it on the shelf for a minute, and I know. Look at this face.
Look at this face
he's
over
like,
here. You see,
I did. I put Man Talk on the shelf, and let me give kudos to Tyrese. He's doing his thing, which is very similar to Man Talk. The only difference is I'm a female.
Right.
And I mean, come on, there's nothing new under the sun. We still
and I think it's a variety. I mean, they got Burger King, they got McDonald's, they got So you can, there's room for you, but no, you never can. You don't allow someone else whose dream kind of emerges and looks a little more advanced in the development process as an intimidation factor, because what God has for you is for you.
Amen.
And
That's right,
how he's going to anoint and appoint you is in the time that he has for you.
Well, there's a difference in a vision and a dream.
Exactly.
There's a huge, wide difference in a vision and a dream.
Can you break it down to us?
Oh, yes, I can.
I
when God gives you a vision, he's almost giving you a command and a demand to get it done. When God gives you a dream, that dream is not manifested until he manifested to you.
I think you might need to drop that again. That was a little deep.
Come on, one more time.
See, when God gives you a vision, he gives you a command and a demand to follow through with the vision. He plants it in your spirit.
Right.
When God gives you a dream, only he can make the dream come true. So until he manifests that dream to you, what are you chasing?
Right.
Exactly.
And I just posted
You're chasing the
something
wind.
on my Trisha Mann Motivates page on Facebook. I just posted the other day about building and faith because, we can constantly be hired by other people, but God always gives us something. He gave you gospel rhythms. And even through the trials and the tribulations, the ups and downs, here you are still standing and being a blessing through the vision He gave you.
It's work.
But you're doing it. And I'm so proud
And
of
I
you
gotta
for that.
tell you guys too, and I mean maybe you can share because you got this album project that's complete, and you're gonna be able to get it out and promote. You work in Atlanta with Tyler Perry, but your family here is based in California, and so those challenges present a dynamic. And you have your own, as a family unit working as one. But even though you're the rib and you're the Boaz, you still a woman who God has deposited man talk, vision, dreams, acting. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And so how do you do the balancing act? Especially, I know being married, it's a different dynamic. Being single, we have issues to deal with. Like, okay, how are we going to finance a dream? How are we going to deal with hurts and pains and disappointments and broken hearts and things you have to operate through to press forward? But with a family dynamic, it's a whole different ball of games because you can't just think just you.
Right. Well,
Never.
the only thing in the Bible that God says He honored was marriage. So if that's not first, then it's
you better
it's going
come
to fail.
again.
It's going to fail no matter what. It's going to fail. If you don't put the family first, it's going to fail. And I make it my business. I don't care what the cost is. I don't care who gets mad about it. I don't care who gets upset. My family is first. God bless Tyler Perry. I thank God for Tyler Perry, but I love my family more than I enjoy or love what I do for Mr. Perry. And I truly can appreciate him for allowing me the opportunity, but he didn't give it to me. God gave it to me.
You better say
God gave it to me long before I even met him.
That's why
so
you
he
need a man
continues
of God.
to move. He continues to move in my life outside of him. So I'm grateful for that. And I'm sure that him being a man of God, he can respect it and understand it as well. So I hope and pray he hear this interview. But
You can send it to him.
he can, and I say this to everywhere I go. Tyler was not my beginning, and he definitely is not going to be my end.
Right.
He is just he is what God used to move me in a direction where I've been trying to go, and I'm grateful for it. But if I don't do right by my family, that right there is going to come to a nice little
Oh,
end.
you're giving me chills. That is the truth. 100 proof
It's the
truth.
truth. And he proved it last June when I got sick, went into the hospital, had a stroke or stroke-like symptoms, because now we're starting to wonder, was it really? But it was definitely stroke-like symptoms for sure. And I was in the hospital, and he was shooting. In the middle of shooting. And so he made a choice to get on a plane, come get me out the hospital, and bring me, because they were letting me go anyway. It's not like he smuggled me out in the middle of the night
in the hospital gown with your behind all right.
stuffed tubes and everything up my arms. He just stole it. No, I was discharged, and so Tony said, "You're coming and you're resting in Atlanta while I'm shooting, because I know you." He knows me. I would have been at home with the kids, trying to get in the car, being hard-headed, doing the mommy thing. So, I went there and rested, and it was wonderful. And then he took me shopping, and then I was miraculously healed.
Shopping always has a way of healing you and bringing you back from the brink of the dead. Husbands, take note. Fiancés, take note.
The thing about it, there comes a time in everybody's life, I think, that you have to make a crucial decision. And I remember the tear that I had, the fight that I had with, okay, I know the rules are I'm not supposed to leave the city with my job. I'm not to leave, period. And I was like, okay, but my wife is sick. I got to go. I'm sorry. I love you, brother, and I appreciate it, but I got to go. And if I lose it over doing the right thing, then God going to bless me, so I'm good.
Yeah, but Mr. Perry was very kind.
Extremely.
And understanding.
He sure was.
And
he asked about everything.
He really did.
He kept up with it.
I was able to make it to the last day of shooting and the party thing that you guys usually do on the last day, and Mr. Perry was genuinely concerned. So, he's
I wanted to, that's just awesome. I guess that's applause right up and down in there. But I wanted to talk about how like you said, as awesome as Tyler Perry is, he's not the beginning and the end, because, I got an opportunity to see Mr. Grant in this awesome film called The Last Punch.
Oh,
yes. And how when I believe the gentleman who the film was after, it was
Mr. James Cornelius,
his biography, got up and spoke, because they had a little panel at the end, and you got a chance to talk to some of the players that were involved in bringing the vision to life. He shared how, when they were looking to cast the lead role, which Mr. Tony Grant played, they were in a little tussle. Not the gentleman whose life was after, but the people that he brought in to bring the vision to life were like, we need a name, we need this person, we need this person, we need that person, and it just goes to just encourage us and remind us that what God has for you truly is for you, and so it doesn't matter when people are in other people's ear about who they should do to divert the dream that God has for you from getting to you.
Yes.
God is the best. You heard of blocking?
Right.
I can't say the CB word, but blocking, you know what I'm talking about. I'm just saying.
Right.
God is the ultimate one.
He's
and
the
he'll put up a block real quick. So do you want to just share a little bit about that?
Yeah, how that happened. Why don't you tell everybody that story?
I'm gonna say this, and then I want to say this to encourage the both of you. Even with this, you've been doing this for a while, and I ain't gonna tell you, lie. I'll be on my wife like, this is a struggle, y'all. It's not happening, but because of the content of what you're doing, God showed me something different. He actually showed me. He showed me me, and what he showed me was this. And that scripture that says, if you're faithful over a few, I'll make you ruler over many. You guys have been faithful over this. You've been faithful over manifesting the vision that God gave you. Trust me, he's going to fulfill his promise. It's going
receive that in Jesus'
to
name.
happen.
Psalms 37.
It is going to happen because he did it for me, because I've been in this business, in this urban entertainment business, and I've not failed to acknowledge him in anything that I've done, or
and
anything
you're on the
that he's
secular
given me.
side,
and I'm on the secular side. And I
Even with
remember,
music.
I remember the president of A&M Records told me, "You're too nice. You'll never make it in this business. You're too nice." And I said, "You don't know who I know. I promise you, I'm gonna show you something different." He saw me years later and was like, "Wow, wow." You were right. I said, that's because you don't know who I know.
You don't know who I know.
Now let me tell you who I know.
No, let me tell you.
So from that,
Who'd you know?
I know Jesus.
I just wanted to
So
let
from
him
that,
know.
Right.
So from that, I've been blessed to do some amazing things. And when Mr. James Cornelius, they saw me in the same particular play, my brother Marvin, he sat there and he said, I want that guy to play me. Even though they were up, Morris Chestnut was up for the role, Terrence Howard was up for the role, a few other Hollywood actors were up for the role. But when God has something for you, it's just for you.
Yeah.
And the wife of Mr. James Cornelius said, I don't think anybody could have played him better than him, because you nailed him.
Let me tell you, Miss Dorothea, that's his
Don't
wife.
play.
She don't play. That lady is straight, frank, bold. There is no you
There's no
don't
filter.
wonder with her. No, she's just either she likes you or she doesn't, and you will know it.
She protecting her man.
She protects
Right.
him big
Taking her
time.
boy.
And so she was very sincere with that, and they went ahead and hired you.
They went ahead and hired me, and I went in and I played the character. And the writer, not the writer, but the writer came in. He was a writer that worked with Will Smith on Men in Black and a few other films. And then the director was he directed Joanna Man. They'd done some Hollywood things. They were like, we don't know this guy. He can't do it. He's a stage actor. You can't take a stage actor and put him in a film like this to lead and carry the film. And then they fought it up until the day of the first shooting. And then when they saw me on camera, they were like, okay, he's good. Let's see how he does on day 2.
That's messed up. They just like, they're like, they literally told you they said that.
Yeah, they literally said, they told me.
Now let me ask you, did you know all this was going on as you were filming? Because I was going to say that would have been a whole different thing to do.
I knew they didn't want me for it. That I did know. I mean, you could tell the vibe comes out. The vibe comes out like.
Yeah, but even if he did know it, the thing
I
about
wouldn't care.
him, he still would have done his thing.
That
In fact, that would have motivated him
me more.
to
Yeah.
do it
Yeah,
even
yeah,
better.
The fact that you don't want me.
That's
Okay, I got something.
That's
for
a
you.
man thing.
Yes.
We women still got to work through that. You don't want me? What's wrong
Yeah,
with
no,
me?
Well,
no.
you know, I had a director stop me right before a show in my hometown and say, I'm thinking about replacing you
Do I know
with
this
somebody
director?
else. It doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm thinking about replacing you with somebody else. And I looked at him and I said, God's will be done. And I said it, and in my heart and spirit, I'm just like, Lord, really, I honestly feel that way. God, at the end of the day, your will be done toward whatever it is I'm supposed to do. If it's meant for me to stick on this thing and be here, I'll
Yeah.
be here. If
And
it's
see-
not, I won't, whatever.
And see, my ego, I know I have an ego. I'm a man, so I mean, my ego is kind of swollen. So
Really? I would have
even
never
when
got that.
The Cowboys, baby, watch out.
Man,
But,
girls. So
When I was even for the play, my brother Marvin, they didn't want me for that. They told me flat out,
Oh,
we don't
yeah, I
want
remember
you.
that
We
too.
don't. You can't play Marvin Gaye. So I said, okay, you know what? If y'all get anybody after me, that brother gonna have to come with it. And lo and behold, they were like, okay, he can't go. We got to keep him. That's crazy. It's crazy. But when God's anointing shows
Yeah, I
up,
was just about to say,
Right,
it's
right,
an
right,
when that
right, right.
anointing shows up,
That's right.
you can't top that. You can't even. You
Yeah.
can't compete with that.
See,
So,
there are people out there that perform, and there are people out, and they're good. I'm not taking anything away from their performance skills and the fact that their voice is amazing.
Mm-hmm.
But there are people out there that have an anointing.
they minister through
And
their art.
they
you go.
minister, and the audience really feels what God is depositing in them because, like you said, they're ministering their blessing. And so when you have an anointing like Mr. Anthony Lewis
Watch
Grant
yourself.
does, Mr. Talented Grant,
well, you
it's,
know what?
It's a blessing.
The beautiful thing about that is to have people to speak into your life. I'm gonna say this to the young brothers out there, young people. Listen to the older people and let them pour into you. I had a grandmother that said to me, because one day I was showing out, I saw some cute girls at the church. I saw some cute girls at the church, so I thought I was going to throw my little Al B. Sure in there and all that, and I'm on the drums.
You
And
like-
I'm on the drums. I'm hitting high notes because I see the girls grinning and smiling. And I'm like, my grandmother was one of those that just gave you that look. So she said to me that day, she said, look, boy, everybody has a talent, but talent only impresses people. When God gives you a gift, it moves people.
Ooh, I need to write that down.
Write that
I'm
down.
about to steal
Make sure you
grandma's.
send it to me.
I'm about to send it to the world. I'm about to
Send
be
it to
posting
the
on
world.
Facebook right now.
Gifts from God move people. That's what you want to
Wait,
have.
what was the first part? Because
talent?
Everybody
Everybody
has a
has.
talent.
Everybody has
has
talent.
a talent.
Yeah, and it only impresses people.
Ooh,
But
yeah.
gifts move people.
You don't say that now. You
I
said
didn't say
something.
that.
I tell you.
Grandma said that.
Yeah.
I'm still grandma. She ain't know what she
You
gonna
don't
do
say
to
it what
me.
grandma
I
said.
said what grandma said. So,
Love it.
and I try to remember that. I try to remember that before I sing, before I do anything, because it's easy to get up in self.
Yeah.
It's very easy. We fighting warring against the flesh every day.
Yeah.
Every
It's like you have to
single
really
day.
die to yourself every day.
that's
like
hard.
no, it's easy if you spend for me.
When you
I have
spend
to
time.
spend time with the Lord
Yeah,
every morning because when you get hit with stuff, as mouthy as my flesh is, and trust me, when it
No.
get dark, the vampire come out. I think I'm the king vampire. I've been to cut you and be like, what they say, smack Mister upside his head and think about heaven later. This is some films you should not have in your spirit to reflect upon the dialogue because it just tend to come out and help
Yeah.
you out in a bad situation. But I think that I'm so grateful. Well, not I think I know that I'm so grateful for just having a relationship, and that's important because you can have a gift and misuse it,
Totally.
and or
Totally.
have it exploited.
Totally.
I mean, go to a strip club. You see people, talented
That's
dancers
real.
there
That's
every day, working that pole.
Yeah. Well,
but
you
it's
can
an
look at-
exploited gift.
You can look at some of our pioneers as far as music is concerned, R&B and gospel. They exploited those gifts, but they fell into dangerous things like
Yeah.
drugs and things of that nature. Well, even some of these artists today, they have gifts, but they can't let go of the fleshly desires of drugs and things of that nature.
But
So,
here's the biggest scary one, like pride. Like I hate to say it,
That's
but
a strong
Kanye, when you're so full of yourself,
Mm-hmm.
you're not smoking anything, you're not doing anything, you're not overeating, you're not doing anything outwardly fit, but it's all internal.
Yeah.
That's like you could almost reflect back before Satan got kicked out of heaven like lightning. He probably was like, "Yeah, I'm the stuff. It's all about me." Whoop
Yeah.
whoop whoop whoop.
That's vanity and pride. And we were
Yo.
just talking about, because I saw the end of The Devil's Advocate.
Yeah,
I've
that's
seen
That
the
was
movie years
crazy.
ago, but
Crazy.
if you look at the theme of The Devil's Advocate with Al Pacino and Keanu Reeves, the whole theme is vanity is one of the greatest sins. And when you think about today and the younger generation and even our generation, and everything
too,
is
yeah.
selfies, pictures. Ooh, me. Gotta get the lips. Gotta be cute, pretty. Everything is vanity. At the end of the movie, what happens? The guy comes to him and he's like, so yeah, I can make you a star. And so, it left the question of, is he going to bite that? Is he going to do it?
Yeah, because it's feeding that apart that he thought he...
So people start thriving on the attention. One thing that I love about this man right here is he gets so much attention. But he still stays humble, and he doesn't allow that attention to go to his head to make him feel like he's God, because people get in his business and then they become...
I think that's a part of, maturity and character. Because I don't know that you rolled out of your mama's home that way. You may have had some bumps and some challenges along the way
Almost
to learn
definitely.
to grow.
Yes.
So, but at some point, because of your relationship with God, God will reel you in and refine you through the fiery trials of life, and as that clay, and remove the dross and begin to fashion you and mold you into the man you are today. Because I don't, you may set the bar so high, a brother look and be like, I can never be like that. But it's a process that God
and
puts
it's funny.
you through.
It's so funny you say that, because I get that. I do. I get brothers that I talk to and they say, man, I could never do what you do, and I'll sit back and go, yes, you can. And then when I show them a picture of where I come from,
Where you come from?
Show
the
us
country.
a picture. He pulled a picture
From the
up
country.
from the country, baby.
From the deep
Wearing
country.
plaid and polka dot stripes.
Polka dots.
and
Why did I get that picture there so we can
We're
put
going to
it
show
up?
you that picture now. It's
They
on his
can't see
Facebook
it.
page. If you go to Anthony Grant,
We'll have to
it's
show
it's
that
on there.
when
Trust
we
You
me.
have
come
to show
back
it another
next
time,
week.
yeah.
No, next week, opening the
We
show.
can stick it right up to the camera. It's so cute.
No, it ain't
It's
that
like
cute.
a little. It's
It
cute.
is not that
It's
cute.
country, baby, but it's cute.
It's when they
real
see
country.
where I come from, it shocks them, because they're like, wow, you're really just like me. And I'm like, I try to tell you that I'm just like you. I'm a human being. I'm a black man that God gave a gift to, and God gave the opportunity for me to use my gifts, and it's only because of him.
Yes.
that I've been able to
That's,
do
Yeah,
this.
that might be too light for the
So
camera. That's him and his brothers, Robert
Which one
and
is him?
Patrick.
with the one with the belt wrapped around me twice.
Baby, right there. That
is so
That's real
funny.
special. Cassandra, your cousin
Yes,
Cassandra. I
everybody's
love
in there.
Cassandra. Shout out to all the fam, all the Grant family. Hey, Uncle Dave, everybody.
Yes,
Kelly.
So let's
you
talk,
know,
let's talk about this album.
Yeah, let's talk
Because
about
like
the
how the
album
development,
and-
There's a
the development. I mean, this is all a love album, or like what's the theme?
It is. The theme is love. The theme is love for a husband and a wife, man and woman that's married. It's for
About to get married.
About to get married, baby.
It's
Hoping to
for-
get married. I
it's
can't listen
for
to your album.
love. Yeah, you can listen to it. It's for love of the
Yes.
world, love of your fellow man. Because there's a song on there called "It's Gonna Take Love," and that's the only way we're gonna
Do
gonna
you have that
survive
one?
and change this world.
It's Gonna Take Love.
It's Gonna Take
Maybe
Love
we
is on
can
there.
Play that underneath. while he's
It's an album that is going to bless people and cause people to fall in love all over again.
Yeah, because I don't know about you guys out there, everybody all over this world. I'm about tired of the songs that talk about booty and TNA and let's do this and doing the wild thing. I really miss the old R&B romance and making you feel that love. Turn the lights down low, put on the candles or something, and just dance in the middle of the floor. I miss that.
Well, I would
Those
hope
type of songs.
if I'm understanding the album, it's a great song for couples and husbands and wives, and it gives those of us who are single hope. Now you have a
It's
song
great
called
for
Life
single.
Support. That sounds like a song I could relate to. What's
Yes.
that one about? Let's talk about life support.
It's a song about. It's a song.
She's gonna be pushing
And
buttons
then
in a
that's
minute.
funny.
We gonna
It's funny that you asked that question. It's a song about a
Because
man
that song wasn't on it.
that can't live without his woman.
Okay, next one.
Yeah,
How about
and then there's Hold On. Let's look at Hold On. Hold On is about keeping love that's in your heart. The love that's inside of you, hold on to it. Don't let it go.
Coming Home is a good one because
Coming
for the
Home.
wives like
I
me
mean, you
that
could
miss
tell
their
for that title, but
husbands.
life support, I thought it was like the opposite. But
No.
here you're
No,
like,
it's a
I
big
can't
one.
live
Can't live
without
without this
you.
woman,
It's
right.
Did you
nothing
write
negative.
it?
Yeah.
No, I wrote the bridge on it. Somebody else wrote
No.
it.
But you've
No,
written
no.
a lot of these songs. Though,
I wrote
right?
most of them.
You wrote Angel, which is the one that
Angel.
we didn't even talk about.
But
that
isn't that
coming
funny?
back.
As a writer, you write
Wow.
from a place
Yes.
where you are.
You
Like,
have to.
you
I do.
have
I
to.
have
So it's
to.
all mushy love
Yes.
No,
stuff.
some people don't. Some people just write a bunch of words.
Right,
Yeah,
they
I'm
just
saying-
write because it
And-
sounds good.
And then you got the beat. They just take those words and put it to a good beat, and then they're like, "This is a hit."
yeah.
But it's like, nah. I want people to listen to what I say.
We're going to talk about Angel real quick because that's what played before we came back from the commercial break.
Yes, we're going to talk about
and,
you.
Oh, you did? We did talk about that, didn't we?
We did.
My bad. But what I want to say is he wrote it.
Yes.
That's what I want to say.
I wrote it for you.
Wrote that
We
one.
talked about that too.
And, oh, we did.
Yes, we did.
Did I forget
Man.
that?
You are so
Oh,
funny.
my bad.
It's
Man.
called a double
Okay,
plug.
woman. She's right, woman.
I wrote Woman.
I think
Yes.
before I
I
met you,
think
though.
we're,
but
I
Woman
think
is
we're
an awesome
gloating
song.
now.
Was
I
it-
got a
No,
song.
now,
I got a
Woman-
song.
now, Woman
I'm
is
sorry,
a
did I mention
song.
Angel?
Woman is a song that is written for women.
Right.
Basically thanking
That's a
God
nice song.
for a woman.
Right. Now, I didn't
Yeah.
even meet
Well,
him.
rumor
yet,
has
but
it you got somebody
he wrote
that you're
that.
doing a duet. What's that song called?
Oh, me and my wife. Yeah. Me
Way
and
You
my
Love
wife
Me.
gonna do The Way You Love Me. Yes.
Love Me.
It's just the way
Is
that you
it
love me.
PG or is it R?
No, it's
That-
grown.
Missing You.
Grown
you
and
wrote
Sexy.
Missing You.
Yeah.
There's so,
So
many
many
on
of them.
here that you wrote. That
So
that are really
when's
good.
the video shooting? And I want to be in. I want to be in the video.
You know,
shoot.
we just talked about
We
the video
did.
shoot
We
for
just talked about
Angel
one. We just talked
this
about the
morning,
Angel.
but
Oh,
we're
please,
not
that's the
gonna
one y'all-
we're not
that's
gonna
y'all too.
reveal it. But no, it's trust me, it's gonna have a real amazing message, and it's gonna be like a little movie. Okay, So-
Everybody's favorite song on that record, believe it or not, every culture, they pick Life Support.
life
Ooh.
support.
And it trips me out too because that's not my favorite.
Oh,
But
well,
but
you know that's not my favorite.
it is such a.
Can we play a little bit of it now?
Yeah, you can play
Okay,
a little
hold
bit.
on.
It's
Can
such
we?
a. You play a little bit of it.
All right.
It's such a nice song.
Is it really?
It
We
is.
about to find
They're
out.
all
Ladies and
nice.
gentlemen,
They are.
life support. You even got the paramedics up in this. I'm coming for you. Coming to join you. Wow.
I must admit that something's feeling strange. You call me up from work just to say we really gotta talk, but meet me after work. Cause there's something I wanna say face to face. What is it that you can't tell me on the phone? I'm feeling like you're about to leave me all alone, and I'm losing my breath, and I'm feeling my breath leaving my body. You can't be leaving me, baby, cause you're my life. Oh, you're my life. You're my life support. I need your love. Don't put them out. You're my life. I can't breathe without you. There's no me without you, baby. I need your love. Don't pull the plug, baby girl. I don't know. Trying to think, what could it be? What did I do? The suspense is killing me. My vital signs are fading. Why you got me waiting? Girl, I'm feeling like my life is leaving me. Girl, I wish that there was something I could do. It could be nothing, but I'm paralyzed.
Man,
That's nice.
That is awesome.
That's nice. Yeah, okay, I like it. But you know, I don't like it more than Angel. All right, that's it. I'm not gonna mention Angel.
I
anymore.
love the little
a different
affection
variety. It's a
stuff.
different
You know
kind
what
of
I'm
song.
saying?
Yeah,
I
you know, I
love
like
it. I'm
that.
a hip hop
That's
head.
nice.
You know, I love it.
That's really hot.
And it's
the
encouraging.
whole
It's so
album
nice.
is wonderful, and
Well, we're not stopping there.
Right.
You know.
I was about to say, you have another
I'm
album.
working on a new album now that is a how can I call it?
Tribute?
It's a tribute to Marvin Gaye, and I'm writing songs that sort of in the realm of what Marvin Gaye did, but a lot of the songs are speaking to the nation, speaking to the world as a whole, and how we can heal as a people and how we can grow and get rid of all this craziness that we're doing out here in these streets. So it's a tribute to Marvin Gaye. I'm also working on another album for my mother. I'm excited about that.
she can sing her face off.
Ooh-wee.
Hey, mama.
Literally for your mom.
Literally, yes.
Jean Carson, let me tell you something. That
Mama.
lady's voice. You talk about
I'm
anointing.
not singing after. Let's put it that way.
You know, really, parents. Let me just say this on a
When your
spiritual
mama
tip.
cannot sing you, it's
Yes.
time to quit the
Parents,
business.
when you have an anointing, your children get it. It's
Well,
like
it's-
an
it's-
umbrella.
it
It just
comes out.
falls. And I
in the
know that
bloodline.
yours came from mama. Your dad sings too.
My dad.
But mama, I heard her sing, honey. Let me tell you, that woman tore the church down. And she's so humble. She's just like, I don't want to
She
sing. But then when
sang.
she got
Yeah.
up there, she just
Took off.
over and
You
took
be like,
off.
you about to be on Sunday's
Yeah.
Best, mama.
And then
Yeah,
there's
they could win.
I've got a little snippet of a video with you and Robert, your brother Robert,
and my
and
mom.
Mama all up there together, and that's just phenomenal.
I was in
Because
the
Robert
back.
sings too.
How is Robert?
All of them. Even
How
Patrick
is he?
sings.
Yeah.
He's doing well. He's doing good. He's still singing. He's singing all
Now
over
he's
the
not in
place.
Cali, right?
No, he's in
Okay,
North
yeah,
Carolina.
yeah.
Yeah. He's singing and doing his
Wow.
thing. I'm wishing him the best. I want to see him really take off and grow and just use, because the writing side of him, if I could write like he does, it's his writing skills are crazy.
Did he write anything on your album?
No, he didn't write anything on my album. He wants to put one. He did last time I talked to him. He said he wanted to do an album though. So
But you're about to
So
roll
that's
into another
three
one.
different
So.
albums you're
Yes.
working on. Now you
Now-
are about to be honored.
I
You are
am.
about to be honored
And
on a
somebody's
wonderful
about to be
cruise.
hosting.
Yes,
And I'll be hosting.
Somebody's
Yes.
also
The
trying to
Peach
go in the
Theater
suitcase.
Awards.
Going to Mexico.
Right. Going to Mexico. Can you believe it
Mexico.
or not? That'll be my first time in Mexico. Is that not the
Hey, I'm
craziest
trying to
thing?
come. I sent her a message yesterday to send me the message. So
Miss
I mean, I'll look into
Pichanda.
getting the package and maybe come out.
Well, that would be good.
Yeah. So we want to give some love to Pichanda. And if you're out there, call us. Give
Yeah,
us
I
a
told her I
holler
gave
at
her the number and everything.
323-473-3100.
Yeah, and
Pichanda,
you
so
know-
we can talk about the cruise coming up on May
I-
2nd through the 6th.
Can I say this too? I've done a lot of. I've been in theater now for 26 years.
Right.
26 years, and I've never received an award or been honored for anything, not even NAACP or anything of that nature. And people go, "How? What is that? How can you not be all the great roles you've played and all that kind of stuff?" And I don't do it for that.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I don't do it for that. But I must give props where props is due. Pichanga blessed my life when she offered me this role, the Trailblazer Award for the work that I've done in the business, and then to allow my wife to come and host and get the reward on my behalf, and also be honored as an amazing actress and someone who's really doing some things in the industry. That just blesses my life. It
Yeah,
truly does. I'm
that's
good. If
precious.
God tell me to sit down now, I'm good. I'm
And
so
I
good.
gave her love too because I love seeing her. She, whatever challenges and obstacles that come her way as she's trying. She's
She
doing.
fights.
She's
a fighter.
Yeah.
I'm like, she put
Yes.
on a cruise.
Yeah.
Cruise,
She put
and
on
this
this.
is not
she
her
put on
first
that.
one.
No,
This
she's
is
done a
what, the
number of
third?
them.
Third.
Yeah.
That's the third.
So
annual
and
cruise.
so
I am
I'm
so excited.
amazed. I'm impressed, and I just gave her some love. And I was like,
Yeah.
it is so encouraging to see a woman out there doing her thing.
And
to
doing it by herself.
Doing
Yeah.
it by herself, and then blessing other artists.
Yes.
I just
Yeah,
wish we
Tony
had
Terry
more
is
in
gonna
this
be there,
business.
Lifetime Achievement
Tony
Award.
Terry, yes.
Amazing. Love it.
Blessing other people. We only have 10 minutes left, 10, 12. And I do want to get off into some man talk stuff. Let me see. What else?
Well,
We talked about
gonna,
Love Thy Neighbor.
Now, are we going to do another song too?
Yeah,
Because
and
we want
we
to
are
make sure we
gonna
want to end with a
finish.
song.
We want to end with a song. But I know that, since we have a single lady in the room with us, there are questions that single
I
women
ain't got no
have.
questions.
That other single, you're going to represent for the single
Keep your
women
panties
here.
up and your leg dress down and just wait on God. The
For
end.
him. For him.
The end. Oh,
Work
for him?
with me, sis. Work with me.
I ain't got no
All right.
questions right now. I'm in rehab.
All right, then I will represent for the
Yeah,
women out there.
You represent for a single
I'm
and
trying
married.
here. She is working against
Don't
me.
have any questions.
Okay, gosh.
I already know
All right,
the
so we
answer.
talked about
Don't
Love Thy
pick wrong.
Neighbor. We got the albums, Last Punch is the movie, and all the wonderful things we've had the pleasure of working on. Something Miraculous last year, Mrs. Independent, The Cleanup Woman. We've worked on some great, wonderful
Man
projects
Talk.
together. Man Talk. We talked about Man Talk, so
Yeah,
now
we
here
don't
we
talk.
go with our Man Talk edition. Donny Grant. Let's talk about first you being a married man in this business. And a lot of questions that we get, or the similar question that we get is, how do you guys deal with the business and being married? And because so many couples are getting divorced all the time. And
Yeah, but
what do you say?
I look at it this way. I don't think the business can cause you to get divorced. I don't believe that. I think that this is some internal things that start somewhere else and then just follows through the business. Because the business, is crazy as it is, it's not strong enough. It's not stronger than love. And I've been in the business for a long time, and I just refuse to believe that the business has that kind of power. I think it's the people. The people some people are not mature enough to handle it. Some people can't handle fame. Some people can't handle the attention. Some people, they don't have any type of discipline. They don't have any type of discipline to keep themselves away from things that they know is going to cause problems for them. Not just them, but for their mate. But I'm one of those people that go, okay, could I handle this if my wife did this? I talk to myself a lot. And if I know I can't handle it if my wife does it, I'm going to stay away from it. I'm going to go the other direction.
You mean, just to expound upon that, meaning you doing the action. If you saw your wife doing it,
could I handle it?
I just wanted to bring light to it. In other words, if I saw my wife in the
strip club,
yeah, okay.
Could I handle seeing my wife in the strip club? Yeah. Okay, no, then I don't need to go.
Yeah, exactly.
You mean on the pole or actually watching the guys?
Watching it don't matter. Just being in there.
Either way.
In other words, you ain't allowed to go. He ain't allowed to go, and that's a good way to do it.
It's how I discipline myself. And it also, like, I'll give you another example. I'm not antisocial. I speak to everybody, all my people I work with and everything. But do I hang out with them? No, I don't, because their conversation is different from mine. So I won't allow myself to hang out and kick it at the bar and all those kind of things, go out to the clubs and all that. I go to my room, I get on the phone with my wife, and we have a party on the phone.
Well, I will tell you one of the challenges of being single. I guess I got to interject so now.
I appreciate
Check me out.
it. Thank you.
Like, check this out. I'm like, what's the name at the table in color purple? The dead has arisen. So we home now. See, we home. Pass me that biscuit over there. No, seriously though. I mean, when you're single or when you're married, you have female friends or male friends, or old boyfriends or old girlfriends. One of the things that I feel that is out of respect, if you have old relationships, they shouldn't be calling you and blowing up your phone.
I agree.
And that's on the single side, because if you're that way, you're going to carry it into your relationship. And I think it bodes to say, cast light on the level of immaturity of a man if he feels that isn't an okay thing to do, and also seems to give light that there may be something really not right and going on. But in the industry,
the same way, though. It works the same way with married couples. I mean, I'll give you an example of my wife and I. I don't have a friend that's not my wife's friend. Do you understand that?
You say that again.
I don't have a friend that's not my wife's friend.
You mean female friends.
Female, period.
Yeah.
Male or female.
Yeah.
If they're going to be, because we're one.
Right.
So that makes them have to be a friend of my wife's.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So I don't want to allow my friends to feel that they have this position that my wife doesn't have. So they can cast their opinion concerning me and my wife. So I can't give you that space. You might be my boy from 30 years ago, but if you ain't met my wife, you're not my friend.
Right.
You're just another dude at this point.
Yeah, we all know when conversations go left.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly.
We're not stupid. We know, like, if the conversation goes somewhere, it's like, okay, time to shut it down or check it. Or say, you know what? No, we can't talk about that. Or
and you know what, too? You know what I've learned? Even I'm going to take this from my single life. I was never one that really put up a lot of rules for people in my single life. I just put it to the space of because I'm an older guy, and during my time of dating, at that time, all men were dogs and all that kind of thing. But I flipped it. I flipped it and said, okay, well, if I was talking to a woman, I said, okay, I'm a dog. I'm whatever perspective you want to place me in. But the right woman, the right one can reel that in. If you're not her, stop smiling at me. Go on over there and talk to that dude that want to hear
when you
that.
say reel that in, the right one,
reel that in.
What does that mean?
Because a woman makes a man better. She doesn't. That's not how that works. A man don't come in like he's coming. You know how you hear women say, I want a man to come in on a white horse and sweep me off my feet. Ain't nothing. Don't say that. Man need to get off that horse and put you on the horse.
Yeah.
So he's not complete.
It's definitely a level of maturity.
It's a level of maturity and completeness. He's not all the way there. If he was all the way there, then I don't need the rib. If I'm all the way there.
And the challenges now is that men want to get to know you physically before they even get to know you any kind of way. And we're talking sex. And then while they're doing you over here, they're doing her over there and her over here, and they like keeping everybody apart, and nobody's believing or even knowing about each other. And it's just like, man, I wasn't alive a relationship. And then you're broken hearted. This person's broken hearted. This person's broken hearted. And hopefully you don't have an Amina and Tara thing where Peter and knock both of y'all up. And it's just like, there's just no respect. And these are men that go under the label of Christians. But one of the things that we said earlier, you have to be read up. You have to actually be in relationship with Christ, because it's hard. I want to be married. You know what I'm saying? I want to get my groove on and freak on and all of that in the confines and in honor of a marriage bed. But I'm telling you, being single out here, brothers make it hard. I mean, I met a really good man of God, prayed for me. I mean, I called him the Melchizedek because he seemed like the type of Christ.
You
he
called him
prayed
what?
for me, the Melchizedek, the type of Christ in the Old Testament. Right. I mean, he prayed for me, he opened doors, he was gracious, he was fine, he was everything. But like on the second day, it was like I had to just let him know, like, dude, I ain't trying to do that. I can see where this is going.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
But let me tell you this though. What you did
And then he was gone.
But so what?
It's all right.
So
He
what?
wasn't
but
the
so
one.
what? But look, watch what. Let me tell you what. The thing that
Like,
the thing that
damn.
women have to understand about men, and I'm gonna say this about a man or men. I'm not talking about little boys. A man. When a woman plants a seed in a man, it makes him think. But you got to be bold enough to plant that seed. If you're not bold enough to plant that seed and you worried about him, then you know what he's gonna do. He gonna keep it moving.
I'm a seed planter, and
there's
they
no
has kept
challenge
it moving.
Because there's no challenge
They
there if
have
you don't
kept
plant
it
the seed.
moving.
You
Matter of
don't
fact,
know,
all
you
of them. No. I know in terms of
It
just
might come
in
back. You don't even know.
No, what I'm saying is, like a couple of them have gone on and they got babies on the way. You know what I'm
Oh,
saying?
Jesus.
Yeah. It's
Okay.
like that. You plant all
And
kind of
they
seeds that
weren't the
don't even
one.
matter. And
They weren't the one.
And
Yeah.
the one
He
that
weren't the
God
one.
has for you is going
It's
to be
for
a
you.
true man of God. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again to you. Remember this. He's going to be a true man of God, and you are going to love him, and he's going to adore you. Okay? And we were talking about...
Not only that. Let me
Go ahead. Go
gotta
ahead.
take
I
you on
remember
home
what
now.
I was going to say.
You don't take us
Not
home.
only that, not only is he going to adore you, but you are going to build him. When the Bible talks about a woman being a helpmeet, it's not reversed. It's not a man helping a woman be a helpmeet. It's
Right.
a woman helping a man be a helpmeet. God has called that man to an assignment, and he needs help getting that assignment done. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when you come into play, your job and your position is going to be fulfilled to help him meet that assignment that God has ordained for him. And as you help him meet it, just read the virtuous woman.
Yeah.
She
Proverbs
she
31.
helped that brother meet everything he had.
Yeah.
Everything.
Boss chick,
Come on,
baby.
somebody.
Ha!
That's right.
Come on.
That's
Well,
right.
dag, man, we're at the 5 o'clock hour and we didn't get that song
That's
in.
all
I don't know
right.
if
No,
we're...
we got
We
word.
still got 2 minutes.
We got
don't
word.
That
That's
clock is fast, right? Right? We still got
You
2
ha- you
minutes.
still
We
have
got
to
a few
set it up.
minutes. Go ahead. We got to get Tony over there. But you know what? It's
Yeah,
okay.
he
They
can-
know we do things unorthodox. Y'all, you got to move the camera, right? No, you sing right there, baby. You sing right there at that
right here?
microphone, right
Yeah.
there. You keep that phone on this time because that thing went
Yeah.
off.
You. I want to thank you for your words of encouragement, and you guys.
you're
I
welcome.
mean, and you know, it's not like no couples, even God, fearing, love the Lord, on fire, have challenges. We all go through it. Couples, singles, couples fight and have disagreements. Married couples fight and have disagreements. But the end game goal is to stick through it and love each other past it.
And what we
Whatever.
do is we listen to the word on the audio recording
listen to it.
almost every night, or even reading our Bibles, or have like the little book in the bathroom.
Gotta be
with
on
the
the front lines
inspirational.
with your weapon.
So we got to pray together. We pray together every single day. We don't let a day go by because the enemy is constantly attacking. And the word says that the husband's to love the wife as Christ
Yes.
loved the church.
Come on, somebody.
And
Come
that the
on,
wife
somebody.
is to respect the husband. So that's what we're supposed to do. To my married couple friends out there.
And even to add to that, we have to understand that we're not fighting against our wives or our husbands. We're not even fighting against boyfriends. That the greatest fight we have is against ourselves.
Right.
God already gave us authority over the devil. He already gave it to us. He did his part. Now it's up to us to do our part, and we fight against ourselves. We fight against our opinions, our what we think and what we feel. And if we can ever get that into the right place, then watch what God will do. God
He's
will
going to give
manifest.
us a brighter day. That's what
Oh,
he's
yeah,
going to do.
yeah.
He's going to have Tony sing that right now.
whenever you're ready.
All right.
Okay,
We love
Here we
y'all.
go.
Trish Mann-Grant,
Rob
Rob Williams.
Williams.
Thanks for joining us on Gospel
Anthony Tony
Rhythms.
Grant.
We will see you in Mr. Tony Grant.
Oh yeah. Open up your eyes, take a real good look inside, and there you will find your own reflection. Search for what is right and leave the wrong alone. Stay true to what you feel and always be real. Life is but a test. You can make it if you give your best. You can make it through. It's all up to you. There's a brighter day. Oh, yeah. Reach for the sky. Reach for the sky. You can make it if you try. Oh, life is like a wave. Don't let it pass you by. Oh, no. Just hold on and keep hope alive.
Sometimes you feel all alone, but you can be the one if you just stand strong. Hold your head up high and walk upright, 'cause your bright days can erase the night. Life is but a test. You can make it if you give your best. You can make it through. It's all up to you. There's a brighter day. Oh, I'm telling you, life is like a wave. Don't let it pass you by. No, 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 no. There's a brighter day. Reach for the sky. Yeah. Don't let it. No, 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 no. Oh, keep hope alive. You know I like this one. Oh yeah. I know. You gotta believe. You gotta believe. You gotta believe. Don't know. I know. I know. Said I know. I know we can make it. Oh yeah. Together we stand. Divided we fall. There's a brighter day. Reach for the sky. Oh, life is like a wave. Don't let it pass you by. No, no, no. Hold on, there's a brighter day. Ooh, yeah. Reach for the sky. Reach for the sky. Oh, life is like a wave. Don't let it pass you by. No, 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 keep hope alive. Keep hope alive.
Yeah. That's how we
Tony
do
Grant,
it.
ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. God bless you.
Heaven's
Until
party.
next Sunday. Heaven's party here on earth.
Like Marvin Gaye, can't you see what's going on? Through it all, gospel rhythm still going strong. Trusting God when it's good or when it's going wrong. Encourage other believers to keep holding on. Casting the vision and we making it plain. We the head, not the tail, so we won't complain. Here to lift up the downcast and the brokenhearted. Changing lives with the truth, so let's get it started. We got the word, music, entertainment, life. You can catch us on the air every Sunday night with special guests.
Thank you for tuning in to LA Talk Live, reality radio, handcrafted for your listening pleasure. This is LA Talk Live, and we're more than just talk. Stay tuned.
You don't gotta chase dreams. You need to check us out and see what we mean.